this is Cindy, and it's time for Art Journal Jazz. Let's see what I have. My book is upside down. Okay. First signature, second signature, and now we're working on our third signature. And my last page was a month ago. I just put it up recently, but I actually started it on September 2nd. Then I didn't put it up because there was, September 2nd. There were the hurricanes, and I just didn't put it up. Anyway, so today we will work on do I want to do a double page? Look at my nails, man. Maybe I should paint them. Do I want to do a double page? Or do I just want to do one page? Let's see, what do I have here? I have single page, double page, double page, single page, single. Maybe I'll do a single page here, and I'll just put some color on here to make this like a page that I could journal on. So let's just take this apart and tape it off and get started, right? Right, so I'll grab some, I'll tape this off so I don't ruin this page back here. Is that what I want to do? Am I thinking properly? No, because this is going to be the other page. Okay, that's going to be the other page, so I need to... I'm really confusing myself. I'm just going to paint on this page. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I don't need to attach it to this one. Crazy, Cindy. Crazy. Anyway, back to my original thought. Okay, so I'm going to grab some paint, tape this off, and we will get started. I'll be right back. Okay, so I have this protected. I don't really know what I'm going to do yet. I don't even have a theme for this page. I'll just put out some paint here. I don't even put out some paint, and I do know that I want to I think put this tissue paper that I found. It has little gold dots on it. I want to try to put that over this somehow, so maybe I'll put some color on here first. Let's see, do I have my spray bottle of water? Oh, it's over here on the floor. Let me get it. Let's get it. Okay. Let's just maybe just put some paint around. I did not gesso this first. Gonna just put some color on here. I'm really into turquoise and purple recently. No, I think they look good. I think they look good together. It's just watching a video, a documentary on Georgia O'Keeffe, because that's who I'm doing for Inspiration from the Greats this month. So I didn't really know a lot about her life. I knew that she lived in New Mexico, and I knew that she painted flowers that everybody thinks are look like female genitalia. Although, I saw in this documentary that she never admitted that that's what her flowers look like, or that was her intention. She says that if people think that, that's their problem. That's just in their own minds. That's what they see. But that was never her intention. I don't know if that's true or not, but it doesn't really matter whether it's true or not. I mean, her paintings are beautiful. They're gorgeous. And she lived to be like almost 100. So, you know, they say that that area is a healthy place to live when you're older. Maybe that's why she lived so long. It's a clean air out there. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so I have a little bit of a color here and there. And really right now I'm just sort of wasting time because I can't think of anything to do. So I'll just keep finger painting until I think of something. Sometimes you just have to do that. Just play around till something pops in your head. Let's see. A little gesso on here. I'm almost at the end of my gesso. I need to go buy some more. I just placed an order on Amazon. And I totally forgot about gesso. So how is everybody doing? Did any of you guys get disturbed by any of the hurricanes? These poor people in Puerto Rico, my God. That is just terrible. Let's see. I mean, that's just horrible when I see that on TV. It's heartbreaking. You know, I was out of electricity for 7 days, and it was a horrible experience. Just horrible. I can't imagine what these people are going through, knowing that they're probably going to be out of electricity for months. This is just a handmade stamp, and I'm still just sort of making little, just thinking of stuff to do. But can you imagine knowing that you're not going to have power for that long? I tell you know, it's not just the lights. You can't flush the toilet. You know, if you're not on city water, and even some places that are on city water, it's horrible. I spent a week having to pour water in the back of the toilet every time. You know, hauling 5-gallon buckets of water around. It was, you know, I don't think I would have survived very well back in the days of old. You know, my mother always tells stories about when she was young and at her grandmother's house. They had an outhouse, and they're from West Virginia. And sometimes it was too cold to go out there, so they would, you know, just go to the bathroom and in little cans. And my grandfather tells lots of stories about, you know, how they stored their food because they didn't, I guess they had electricity, but they didn't have a lot of stuff. They used to, his grandmother would make a big mound of dirt and then dig holes in it and put, I guess, straw or something in there, and she'd keep her potatoes and root vegetables in there. Basically just a hole in the ground. She'd put them in there, and they would, you know, and then put the snow back over, and they would stay cold. So whenever you want to get a potato for dinner, you got to go dig it out in the freezing cold. But that was just the way life was. We really have it easy now. Really have it easy. Okay, I'm going to let this dry. I'll be right back. Okay, it's dry, and I thought of my theme. My theme is, we really have it easy. Oh my God. You know, we're always complaining about things. But in the big scheme of things, we have it pretty easy compared to what a lot of people have to go through just to get by every day. And I'm not saying that for everybody. I mean, I don't know. I don't know your life. But I'm just talking about, you know, as far as technology is concerned. It's certainly made our lives pretty easy. This tissue paper, okay, my friend sells paparazzi jewelry. And I've ordered a lot of it. I haven't in the last month, though. If you're watching, Brenda, I'll be ordering some more soon. But when she sends it to me, she has this pretty tissue paper with the little gold dots, too. So lovely. And I've been wanting to use it. Now, if I put the matte medium over this, is it going to ruin all of the dots? What? Doesn't matter, because I'm going to have to, I'm going to be putting stuff over it anyway. So let me go ahead and put it on the top too, because I'm going to be, you know, painting over this and parts of it. We'll see what it does. Yeah, it's definitely dulling. Making the gold dots more dull, but maybe they'll shine back up when this dries. I don't know. Looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Look at that. How cool is that? Pretty darn cool. Let's see. I finally... whoa. Well, that didn't work. Finally went to the store and purchased a new bottle of Mod Podge. I'll show you this. This is pretty funny. Well, I'll show you this in a minute. I'll show you in a minute after I get this all glued down. Okay, more glue there. More glue. Okay, there we go. I'll let this dry and then I'll tear the excess off. I guess I can tear the excess off now, can't I? Sure I can. Sort of. Okay, come on. Come on, just tear off there. Be cooperative. There we go. God, my hands are so sticky. Hands are so sticky. Now, I might cut that along the edge, but let me show you something funny. Okay, this is my Mod Podge that I was using. And as you can see, well, I tend to pour it into the cap, then I put the cap back on, and I'm really bad about wiping the edge of my bottle. So I always have this messy, disgusting bottle. So I bought my new Mod Podge, and look how nice and clean it is. Now you would think, before I put this back on, that I would get something and wipe this top off so that I don't end up with this. And I'm gonna try to be good for a little while. I don't have anything right here to wipe it with, but I'm gonna get something. I'm gonna get something. Okay, let's cut this off here. What did I say my theme was gonna be? Oh yes, we really have it easy. Ooh, just thought of something I could use. I bought a package of those Tim Holtz, like black and white photos, and he cut out the little people. I'm gonna get those because that might look cool on here, right? Let's show some people from back in time. Of course, I have a lot of old-timey black and white photos of my own family. But my copy machine, my printer, is not working. Or I would just copy some of, well, see, look, I almost did that. Almost did it. I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it. Okay, I'll let that dry. I'll be right back. All right, while I'm letting that dry, these are the things I was talking about. See there? Like little cardboard, black and white. These are kind of like sepia, I guess, because they have a brownish tint. Let's see. There's two little boys. That might be cute. Ha! That looks like my grandmother and grandfather. That might be a good one. Two little girls. Like that one. Let's see. That's kind of cool. What is this? Ah! Look, this is what a mess I am. This is when I was playing with the crackle. My little crackly heart. I ordered some more crackle paste on Amazon yesterday too. Should be here tomorrow. Because when I was on my crackling binge a few weeks ago, I used all of my crackle. Aw, look at that little boy. Is that adorable? You know, it's so weird to think, you know, these are real people. These came from someone's family photos. And these people have no idea that now people are using them, strangers are using them to make cards and art and, oh, look at that little boy. I mean, how weird is that? That's pretty weird. Okay. Let's see. I think I'll use those are the same girls. No, probably not. Here, a little girl is doing like in a little Annie Oakley thingy. Okay, I'm not going to use him. I'm not going to use her. I'm breaking it down now. I'm going to use is too cute right there. I think I'm going to use these two. All right, let me check, see if this is dry. I have to show you something really fast. Look at these two little boys. This is so funny. Now this little boy looks so sweet, so angelic. This little boy looks like he is in hell. He does not want to be in this outfit. His eyes are just, you can tell he wants to get into some kind of mischief. He's probably squeezing his brother's hand really tight, trying to get a rise out of him. Anyway, that's cute. Okay, I think I'll do some stamping. Because I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Let's see. I made this, excuse me, homemade stamping block. And it's kind of cool. Maybe I'll do some arrows. I need to get a new stamp pad too. Let's see, a little stamping here and there. And I should have brought another block over here because I have all of these loose stamps. Let's see. So not coming out very well, are they? But that's okay. That's okay. I'm just putting some miscellaneous stuff on here. We don't really have to see it. Well, that one came out pretty good. This is a handmade stamp. I usually put paint on this. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? No, I'm not going to do that. I was going to go get some different colors of stamps, but I don't think I'll do that. Let's see. I've never used these stamps before. These are... I think they're 7 Gypsies. I'll just do like this because I don't have one of those little, you know what I mean, plexiglass stamp thingy. Come on, Cyndi, you can do better than that. This is kind of, whoa. Maybe I can't. Oh yeah, that came out good. There we go. Little stamping. And how about some, what paint do I have just sitting here? I picked up this Waverly paint the other day because it was on sale. Maybe I'll just put a little bit of this here and there. Let's see, maybe I'll just add some here and there around the edges, like that. Don't you love it when you really have no idea what you're doing? That's the great thing about an art journal. I guess you really don't have to have a plan or anything. You just play. So, did I tell you guys I'm gonna do an art fair. The fall ones are starting up. You know, during the summer in Florida, you don't really have a lot of art fairs because it's just way, way too hot. But in the fall, they start rolling around again. So the first one I'm going to do is October, I think it's 21st, and 21st and 22nd. The Thornbrook Art Festival. And that's a little shopping area. in my town. I've never participated. I've been to this art fair before, but I've never been in it. Then I'm doing another one here in Gainesville in November. I think it's November 11th and 12th, something like that. It's the Downtown Arts Festival, and it's pretty good size. So I'm very excited about doing that. And my sister is going to be doing these with me, and I'm super excited about that. So we will have a good time. So I'm working on making some, building up my inventory. So I'll have stuff to sell. If anybody out there does art festivals, what do you make that you find successful? I haven't had a lot of luck selling large paintings, and I've had other artists tell me that, you know, you really don't sell a lot of large paintings at art festivals because people aren't prepared to spend that much money. So smaller items are better. So, you know, I have prints and cards, and I've been taking a lot of my art and, you know, reducing it, making small, like refrigerator magnets, you know, small inexpensive items. If any of you guys have any ideas that you'd like to share with me, things that you have found, you know, that sell well at arts festivals, I'd love to hear about it, because I would like to make money. I'd like to make some money so I can buy more art supplies. Okay, there. Now we've made it a little interesting. We have our base paint. We have our dots. We've got some other paint. Maybe I'll put my little people down now. This is going to be a pretty simple art journal page, since I really didn't have, you know, a specific thought about what I was going to do in the beginning. Okay, let's see. Let's heat this real fast. Okay, it's somewhat dry. Okay, these are the little people I'm going to put down. Put this little girl right here. She's holding her American flag. It's all patriotic. This girl looks like either a high school student or maybe she's a young teacher. So this could be her student or her son. And I love this little boy's curly hair, and I'm assuming that this is a boy because of the way he's dressed. But he reminds me of my nephew Dylan. He had curly hair like this and even longer when he was little. I mean, just adorable. He was one of those kids that when you took him somewhere, people just stared at him. He was just a stunning child. I mean, really, really cute. And that long curly hair, people loved it. It was adorable. And of course, you know, a lot of times people would say, oh, he looks like a girl. He looks like a girl. God, he was a cute kid. He still is. He still is very cute. He doesn't have the long curls anymore. He still has long hair, and now he wears it all kinds of wacky ways, like up in a bun and with like braids, or, you know, a dreadlock hanging out of it. All kinds of very cool ways. He's in a band, and he travels around with his bandmates. They travel around in a van, and they've played a couple places in my town, and they've stayed with us. Him and his bandmates have stayed here when they've played in Gainesville, and that was fun, having a bunch of adorable young guys in the house, because of course we don't have kids, but we feel like we're young. I mean, I'm sure they look at us as being like ancient, but we, you know, we think that we are young and cool. We're young and cool in our minds. Okay, so there's my little Dylan look-alike. Is he gonna stick? Hopefully. There we go. Then I made, while I was waiting for this to dry earlier, going with the theme of we have it so easy, I just typed a bunch of words on my 1908 typewriter my father was kind enough to give to me. He has a collection of old typewriters, and I just typed a bunch of words, just things that we have that make life oh so convenient, like cars, Uber, indoor plumbing, electricity, lawnmowers, paint in a tube. I mean, think about that. Van Gogh, those guys back then, they didn't have paint in a tube. They had to make their paint out of minerals and toxic things. I mean, Van Gogh, you know, pretty much killed himself by eating his paint all the time that he made with all kinds of toxic stuff. Heat gun. What would we do without a heat gun? Facebook. How on earth would we be able to communicate without it? Air conditioning. Cell phones. It's so funny with, you know, anybody that's like under 30. I mean, can't imagine what it was like. You know, they don't remember time without cell phones. I don't know if I got their iTunes, computers. I remember I was with a bunch of young guys once, and they were talking about cell phones, and we were telling them about how we didn't have cell phones, and they were just like, well, what did you do? What if you were out somewhere and you wanted to tell your friend to meet you, you know, at a different bar? How did you get hold of them? And it's like, well, you didn't. You just called them when you got home. And they were like totally confused by that concept. Okay, microwave, clean water, Netflix, choices. We have so many choices. Think about it. When you go to the grocery store, you go to the cereal aisle, you have like 100 choices. We have so many choices. Maybe that's what's wrong with us. We have too many choices. All we have are choices. Okay, so I'm just gonna stick these around here and there. Maybe I won't stick them around here and there. Maybe I'll line them up on the side, because I want to put the words for my main theme across here. Okay, paint in a tube. That's funny. Okay, microwave. You know, what, during the hurricane, we were cooking outside on our grill, just a regular grill with charcoal, and we ran out of charcoal. And we were, fortunately, my husband had put some dried wood. He put some wood inside a shed so it didn't get wet during the hurricane. So we had some dry wood, and we used that to put in the grill to cook on. And you really, when you're out of electricity for that long, you realize just how much we use all of these things. You know, Facebook, that's pretty funny. I mean, think about it. You know, if I wanted to share my art journaling with people before the internet, I mean, what would you do? You know, go up and down the street, have a little wheelbarrow with my art supplies in it, and just stop every once in a while and paint in front of people? But actually, yes, that is what people did. That's exactly what people did. I mean, you know, even back, you know, in the 70s and earlier, before the internet, it was very difficult to expose your art. You know, I mean, there were just, you know, you pretty much had to, you know, go to gallery owners or store owners directly, and it was very difficult to gain exposure. And now with the internet, it's very easy to gain exposure because, you know, I started doing these videos 2 years ago, and, you know, compared to a lot of people, I don't have, you know, as many followers or subscribers and stuff, you know, compared to people who've been doing it a lot longer than I have. But it does amaze me how many I do have, you know, and how many people, you know, write to me, send me emails, and comment from all over the world. I mean, how would those people ever see my art? How would I see theirs? I wouldn't. They wouldn't. You know, that's one of the wonderful things about the internet. I mean, I can sit for hours probably and go on about the bad things about the internet, but there are so many good things about the internet too. Okay, let's see. Uh-oh, see, I almost did it again, but I have this paper towel, and I'm going to wipe the top of my Mod Podge. Look at that. How responsible am I? Okay, wiped it off, putting the cap, whoop, wrong cap, putting the cap back on. Good for you, Cyndi. Okay, I'm going to let this get a little dry so I can use my charcoal pencil or something and figure out how I'm going to do my words. What did I say I was going to do? We have it so easy. I'll have to think about that again, but I'll be right back. Okay, I think I'm going to use these stamps, these big stamps for my words. And I don't want anyone to get the wrong idea about this, because I'm putting on here, we have it pretty easy. And I definitely know that we don't. Okay, we have, you know, that we all struggle in so many ways, you know, financially, their jobs, with their relationships, our kids, our parents, our struggle with health issues, all kinds of things. The only thing I'm talking about here is, we have it, is just modern conveniences, technology that we have that makes a lot of things pretty easy. It's hard for me to talk and, you know, stamp at the same time. Pretty easy compared to the past. That's all I'm saying. And you realize it. That's not the one I want. You realize it when you, you know, have a storm or an experience where you have to go without it for a length of time. You really miss those modern conveniences. Okay, where's my Y? Ah, and my hand. Okay, pretty easy. See if I can fit easy in here. There we go. We have it pretty easy. Compared to people in Puerto Rico, the people in in Florida and Houston that are still, their lives are still all out of whack because of the storms. And my sister just told me a few minutes ago that we have another tropical storm heading our way. I mean, come on. What's that all about? Are we ever going to get a break? I'm looking for my charcoal pencils and a white pen. Let me go find them. And I can't believe that there's another tropical storm heading this way. I mean, can't we get a break? Just took the boards off our windows and I'm just highlighting these a little bit because they're kind of hard to see, the black on top of the darker paint. Especially here. Whoop. Let's see, maybe I'll try to outline these completely. We have, when we get a lot of rain, one side of our house, it's lower as it's coming towards the house, so we can get a lot of water there. So before the hurricane, my husband sort of built this, I call it a moat, but it's not actually a moat, but he built it up so that the water would drain away from the house so it wouldn't flood our screen porch area and possibly get into our kitchen. Yesterday, when he got home, he decided that he was sick of looking at that and he took it all apart. He said, we're not going to get another bad hurricane this year and I'm sick of looking at it. So he took it all apart. So I really pray that we do not get a lot of this, of rain from this tropical storm. That would not be good. Okay, there we go. Now let's do a little, do my little lines that I like to do. This charcoal pencil is getting weird. It used to be the best one. It's a, I don't even know what company it is. It used to be really good. Let me sharpen it. Maybe it'll, here we go. Maybe it'll be better. Let's see. There we go. Let's see. Let's make a little shading around our girl here. Remember when you were in school, in homeroom, and everybody had to stand up and say the Pledge of Allegiance? You always had that flag up in the corner. Do they still do that in homeroom? I should ask Alicia. I remember my friend Lauren. Her family, they were very, you know, I didn't know anything about, you know, liberal, conservative, anything, you know. At that point, I didn't know what that meant. But they were a very liberal family. The mother was an artist, and she had a big nude painting of herself. It was a beautiful painting hanging in the living room. And I remember kind of being freaked out about it because, you know, of course you'd never see anything like that in my living room. But anyway, Lauren, they were atheist. And I think that she was probably the first, that was the first time I'd ever really heard of atheists. And I think she even had to explain to me what, you know, atheism meant. But they were atheists, so she did not stand for the national anthem, and not because she had anything against the country. I guess it was because the under God part, and her family felt that, you know, that really shouldn't be in our national anthem because, you know, religion's not really supposed to have anything to do with politics and I don't know what it was. But anyway, so she didn't stand for it, and nobody made a big deal about it. The teachers did not make her stand, and there was never really any hoopla or anything about it. She just didn't do it. There were a couple kids that one time threw Jesus Saves pencils at her during the national anthem, but she just ignored it. But other than that, I mean, you know, there really wasn't any kind of hoopla by the school or anything that you had to say it, or, I mean, I guess, I went to school, this was, oh gosh, let's see, where was this? This was actually in Titusville. This was in Florida, so it was in the South. I went to school so many places. I lived in Maryland, Virginia, Titusville, Orlando, Pebble Beach. I went to, I think, 12 different schools in 12 years. And no, my family wasn't in the military. But yeah, I don't remember there being any kind of hoopla about that. It was just like a freedom of do what you want issue. And I hadn't thought about that in years. I thought about recently because of the whole NFL thing. And thinking about, you know, her right as a child not to stand or, you know, salute the flag. And it was pretty trippy. Well, I guess she would have been maybe 12. I don't know how much she really, excuse me, I was taking a sip of my water, understood, or just, you know, heard her parents say that and decided to do what they said. I don't know what the deal was with that. But, you know, just one of those little things I thought of recently. Okay, now I'm outlining these. Dun, dun, dun. And then we will be pretty much done. This is a simple page, a quick, simple page, and that's what happens when you do not have a plan. Just wing it. Paint in a tube. That cracks me up. That cracks me up. Air conditioning. Oh man. People must have been really grouchy before air conditioning. And especially when you get to the age where you're having hot flashes. There had to be some really miserable people running around. Okay, there we go. I need to get my little tag. Hate it when I can't find my my date stamp, but I don't have time to look for it right now. So let's see, what is today? Today is the day that my pen won't work. The day that I need to go buy some more black pens. Oh yeah. This is definitely. Okay, there we go. October, it's day the 4th, I think it's the 4th. 2017. And we will put this one right, where should we put this one? Let's put it right here. That's a good place. Staple it on there. And we're finished. We have it pretty easy. Pretty easy. So I will spray this so that when anybody touches it, they won't get black all over their hands. And that's it. Hey, maybe I'll put some little dots. Maybe it needs some white. Maybe I'll do like some little, can't help myself. I'll do some little dots coming out of here. Let's put some there and here. I knew I couldn't be done. There we go. Okay, I'm finished. So until next time, peace.